This is News 4 San Antonio Today, the only local news station with nonstop news.
It is what we do. Good morning. Nonstop news starts right now. We are the only TV station in town commercial free until the top of the hour.
We have you covered this morning. You just heard from Jeannette, and she'll give us a deeper look at weather in just a few minutes.
Bit of a morning. Joy Bergen with on-time traffic. What's the latest as we approach 7 a.m., Joy?
Yeah, so we've been talking a lot about downtown. That's where we had an accident earlier in the morning that has caused some infrastructure damage. But before I get to that, I do want to update you on this situation. We have a new accident over on the northeast side. This is on the connecting ramp from Loop 1604 southbound to I-35. It is right as you're getting onto the ramp, so it's blocking traffic both for people who are trying to go southbound and northbound on I-35, but I'm not seeing any congestion stretching out onto the highway there. Downtown, here's where we have that big closure, and the backup behind it is getting longer. This is the lower level of I-35 northbound from Laredo Street to Alamo Street. We had an asphalt truck that ended up hitting some of the overhead signs and taking them down here along the highway. Right on the other side of that, as soon as you get past that backup, you're going to have to sit in this one, the lower level of I-35 northbound from I-10 to I-37. That was a planned closure for the ongoing construction project there. They're repairing the bridge joints to the upper level, though the upper level is open. Photojournalist David Mendoza is live in Road Cam. Hi, David.
Hey, I'm at 35 North and 281. It is definitely busy downtown today with these two closures. It's not extreme yet, so I've made my way through 35 fairly quickly. I'll keep you updated with how this progresses. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks. That's the latest with your on-time traffic.
In the Allen at the live desk, we are waiting on a live picture to pop up any moment now as Vice President J.D. Vance is heading to Azerbaijan this morning, continuing a high-stakes diplomatic push aimed at ending a decades-long conflict in that region. Now, the visit follows Vance's historic stop in Armenia, where he announced new economic cooperation and support for a U.S.-brokered peace deal between the two countries. Vance says the goal is long-term stability, calling peace a focus on the future, not the past, as negotiations continue over a major transit corridor linking the region. We'll keep you updated as this story unfolds today and as those live pictures start coming in. That's the latest from the live desk.
The latest now on morning headlines. The U.S. military released new details about the counter-narcotics operation in the Eastern Pacific. On Monday, U.S. Southern Command confirmed that Joint Task Force carried out a lethal kinetic strike against a vessel operated by designated terrorist organizations. Intelligence indicated the vessel was traveling along known narco-trafficking routes in the Eastern Pacific. 2 people were killed and a third survived and was picked up by the U.S. Coast Guard.
The FBI has posted digital billboards with a phone number around the country as they continue looking for clues in the alleged kidnapping case of Nancy Guthrie. Those billboards are in select cities in Texas, New Mexico, and California. In fact, you possibly have seen one set up in the northern part of San Antonio there along 281. Investigators are trying to widen their search here. The 84-year-old woman, the mother of Today co-anchor Savannah Guthrie, disappeared from her home in Tucson back on February 1st. No suspects have been ID'd. Yesterday, Savannah Guthrie posted a second social media video, this one saying the family believes that their mother is, quote, still out there and that they are desperate for help. This morning, 5 people are facing charges here in Bexar County on a murder-for-hire plot. The sheriff's office says Adrian Farias is in jail on a robbery charge and for allegedly targeting a witness in this case. They say fellow inmates Raymond Garza, Aaron Johnson both helped, along with David Torres and Veronica Herrera, who were outside the jail. All 5 were arrested, charged with organized criminal activity and retaliation charges.
Time now is 6:45. New details now on a big story we've covered since yesterday morning. We're learning the 15-year-old girl hit and killed by a vehicle early Monday morning was not a hit and run. It happened on the northwest side around 5:30 a.m. at Cameron Townhomes off Danny K Drive near Babcock. Sky 4 was over the scene. Police say a garbage truck was going through the complex when the driver hit Ziba Mir Shaddad. She was run over and pronounced dead at the scene. Northside ISD confirmed Shaddad was a student at Marshall High School. Counselors remain available for any students who may need them. It's unknown what charges the driver may face.
The current Bexar County judge and the former San Antonio mayor will be participating in the first debate for that same job.
Incumbent Peter Sakai and former San Antonio Mayor Ron Nirenberg will go head-to-head in a battle that is hosted by the Greater San Antonio Chamber of Commerce.
News 4's Christina De Leon joins us live with more on what we can expect. Christina, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Dave. Good morning, everyone. You know, this is expected to be a fiery debate between the two in front of a crowd of 650 people. It's a maxed out, basically, capacity. They wanted more people. They simply could not fit them here at the Pearl. This high-profile debate is going to happen here at Stable Hall at the Pearl. The crowd's going to be full of private citizens, business owners, and community leaders. Now, some of the big topics that are going to be discussed include things like public safety, Project Marvel, healthcare, mental health, and our property taxes. Now, the Greater San Antonio Chamber of Commerce CEO says both County Judge Peter Sakai and former Mayor Ron Nirenberg, you know, they each have different personalities, as we all know, but they have a very good handle on all of these topics.
You're going to see two very different styles of how to govern and how to lead and how to speak to the community. And I think everybody's got to find what resonates with them. There'll be a choice, and we'll get to find out a lot just here in March.
So this debate begins at 6 p.m. and you can be sure to watch News 4 San Antonio. You can also watch this debate online at news4sanantonio.com. We do plan on live streaming it, and then you can watch News 4 San Antonio at 10 o'clock. We will have all of the highlights from that debate as well. Reporting live from the Pearl, I'm Christina De Leon. We will send back to you.
Making headlines around the state, hot, dry conditions are fueling wildfires across central Texas. Multiple fire crews work around the clock to keep the flames from spreading. On Sunday, fire crews responded to multiple wildfires, including a brush fire near the Gillespie-Blanco County line that grew to 175 acres. Another fire Monday burned about 30 acres near Fredericksburg, destroying one structure. Separate fires in Johnson City and Mustang Ridge were quickly contained with no injuries reported.
Not only the low humidity, but then you have higher temperatures, which are drying out conditions here. We got some rain during the summer, which caused grass to grow. And so that grass has now frozen with the cold temperatures we've had in the last couple of weeks. And that is prime fuel for fires spreading.
As crews continue to monitor any hot spots, they're asking community members to follow burn bans and avoid any activity that could cause a spark. They also say if you see a possible fire, call 911 immediately.
A new facility now open in the Rio Grande Valley to protect livestock from the New World screwworm. So it's a new sterile fly production center in Edinburgh built by the USDA to help spread sterile insects. That's key there. So this is the first time the USDA has focused its efforts in Texas along the U.S.-Mexico border near Tamaulipas. So female New World screwworm flies only mate once. So if they are mating with a sterile male, ta-da, they lay unfertilized eggs. That's good. Governor Abbott says this is an important step in protecting livestock.
This is very important to the cattle industry, very important to the restaurant industry, to the grocery store industry, very important to families who put it on the table every night. And we wanted to make sure that we put together the resources necessary for Texas to provide a Texas-sized response to this.
Last week, the governor issued a disaster declaration to prevent screwworms from spreading into the state. So far, 8 cases, though, have been reported in Mexico.
Now your certified most accurate 4-zone weather with meteorologist Jeannette.
Warm today.
Oh, yeah.
Not as warm as yesterday, though, right?
Yeah, not as warm. We were in the 80s from Friday through yesterday. Today, 70, still above the normal, but at least we're done with the 80 degree heat for just 2 days because it'll get back into the 80s by the end of the
World is round, so what goes around comes around.
This is exciting. There's rain in the forecast. Later today, tonight, not everyone will see the rain, but at least there is a chance. And
My
we'll
house,
talk about,
though, hopefully.
Well, you tend to miss
That
out.
rain cloud stays right over that house.
Always, yeah, it sure does.
We'll see where the best rain chance is. That's late today, tonight, and then again by the end of the week going into the weekend. It is cloudy this morning, and just know that it's going to be a cloudy day, a bit of a gray day ahead. There goes the rain. It is slowly moving farther into western and west central Texas. We'll see the rain heading a little farther east later today and especially tonight. The rain coming from an upper level disturbance that's currently sitting off the coast of Mexico. That's going to be moving over the area and it's going to be weakening as it does, but it'll bring in some Pacific moisture. There's another storm off the coast of California. That's the weather maker that will bring us another chance of rain Valentine's Day. Friday night into early Saturday. So this morning, not expecting any rain, but just watch out for low clouds, patchy fog. There may be a few sprinkles, especially in the eastern zone where the air is a little more saturated. Better chance of rain comes this afternoon out west after 3 p.m. And although we could see a late day shower in San Antonio after 3-4 o'clock this afternoon, our best rain chance will be late this evening through the overnight. Scattered showers, mostly light rain, but there could be some pockets of heavy rain. Tomorrow by daybreak, the rain is out of here. It'll be cloudy, and then tomorrow in the afternoon we'll see a mix of sun and clouds. Thursday is dry, clouds in the morning and then partly sunny in the afternoon. Here comes that next storm system. It'll bring a cold front through the area Friday night through early Saturday, and then later Saturday it gradually clears out from west to east. Valentine's Day is Saturday, so let's see how the rain possibly could impact those outdoor plans. In the morning, up until lunchtime, scattered showers, maybe a thunderstorm, nothing severe here. North Texas may see some gusty storms late Friday into early Saturday. By the afternoon and evening for dinner plans, it's dry. We'll see some sun and temperatures in the 70s. Most of the rain over the next 7 days across the north, about an inch plus. Closer to our area, about 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch plus. Best chance of rain along and north of Highway 90. Cloudy and milder this morning, temperatures upper 50s to low 60s through mid-morning. 10% rain chance as we get closer to midday, 20% this afternoon. Forecast high in town mid-70s, upper 70s with some breaks of sun and a lower rain chance in the eastern zone. 40% rain chance picking up through the afternoon in the western zone, 30% in the hill country. 40% rain chance for us tonight, 20% tomorrow morning, and then there goes that increased rain chance again Friday night through midday Saturday. Sunday, Monday, lots of sunshine. It'll get cool again Sunday night into Monday morning. That's when lows will be back to the 40s. Here's the extended forecast for the other 3 zones. Make sure you have that 4-zone weather app so you can keep an eye on radar if you do have outdoor plans.
No delay this morning here behind this accident we've been following on the northeast side. That's on the connecting ramp from Loop 1604 southbound to I-35, both directions along I-35 there. Where we are seeing a lot of congestion and where that slowdown continues to grow worse is downtown. The lower level of I-35 is still closed northbound from Laredo Street to Alamo Street because of an accident in which an asphalt truck ended up taking down some of the signs above the highway there. Right on the other side of that, as soon as you get through that backup, you have this one, the lower level of I-35 northbound, closed between I-10 and I-37 for planned construction closures. That is part of the project to repair the bridge joints along I-35 through that area. Here's a quick look at the rest of San Antonio. Photojournalist David Mendoza is live in Roadcam with more on what we're dealing with. Hi, David.
Well, I'm at 35 north, right under 90 right now. Very slow traffic in our northbound lanes because of these multiple closures in the downtown area. If you can make your way around it, do it. If you can't, expect a delay. I'll leave you with that. Drive safe and have a great day. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Have a wonderful day. That's the latest with your on-time traffic.
All right, guys, thanks. The latest now when it comes to the Winter Games. Lindsey Vonn said she suffered a complex leg fracture in Sunday's downhill race at the Olympics that will now require several surgical operations. The 41-year-old added in an Instagram post she had no regrets and that her ACL rupture that she suffered before the Olympics and other past injuries were not linked to the crash at the Olympics. But that crash has ignited a debate over who decides if an injured athlete should compete. And in this case, some have questioned if she should have given up her spot on the team, which, by the way, in my opinion, she should have not. She earned that spot.
100%, yeah. So far, Team USA is still stuck on those 2 medals at the Olympic Games, both gold. News 4 and NBC's coverage of the Games resumes today live right here on News 4 at 11 a.m. Some clutch wins for Team USA have the Americans in position to bring home some big medals today in Milan.
I am really fired up for what we're going to see today. And while there's no medal in the mix, one of the biggest rivalries in all of sports takes center stage tonight in hockey. Canada and the U.S. will face off in women's hockey. Jay Gray now with more from Italy.
Brushing aside the host and defending gold medal Italian team, the Americans slide into the finals of mixed doubles curling.
I'm just so proud of us, grinding that out. We're going for gold. We're looking forward to it.
They'll take on a Swedish brother-sister duo, a team they beat in qualifying. Team USA guaranteed its first ever mixed doubles medal in curling.
It's just a little surprise because it felt like it really was a good one for us, but we're still right in there and super close, and we're going to put up a good fight.
Now the puck sent towards the net, score!
Switzerland not putting up much of a fight. Team USA women's hockey with the shutout 5-0 win. Now all eyes on tonight's potential gold medal match preview against bitter rival Canada.
I think it's going to be pretty rowdy. Yeah, definitely the excitement's going to be up.
And excitement building for tonight's opening round of men's singles and figure skating. The quad god, Ilya Malinin, comes in a heavy favorite to bring home gold for Team USA.
Yeah, and look, also today, Michaela Schifrin, the Olympic veteran, her first turn on the slopes here, and she's joining newly minted gold medalist Breezy Johnson in a brand new event at these Winter Games. It's the team combined competition in alpine skiing. So you would think, Dave, Marisa, we've got a chance to be on the podium there as well. They're great skiers.
Jay, real quickly, how nasty is Canada and U.S. going to get?
They are not friendly at all. You know, we love Canadians. Canadians love us, but not on the ice. These are two teams that are so